Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the weekly edit. I'm Antoinette, and I am a life coach for parents of autism, and I'm mom to my own little one. Okay, today we are going to be talking about money, money, money. And I know this could be or is a very uncomfortable topic for a lot of us. And I get it. And especially for parents of autism, because we didn't sign up for a life thinking about money all the time in terms of our autistic children. We signed up because we love our children. And the financial strain of looking after a child on the spectrum is real because all of those things, they add up. It is hectic. And what I've noticed with working with a lot of parents is that actually it's not the lack of money that's destroying you, but it's your attitude about money. So today I want to challenge you and I want to ask you to think a little bit differently. And if you're willing to stay with me here, I promise things are going to change. They're going to click in your mind. So, what is a money attitude? Let's start with a definition. Your attitude is settled and it's often unconscious way of thinking about money that determines your behavior. It's settled, unconscious, and it determines behavior. Now, your money attitude is a collection of thoughts that produces how you feel and think around money and act around money. It's why some parents see a $5,000 bill and they immediately spiral out of into panic. And then other parents see it, okay, how am I going to figure this out? How am I going to create this money for this bill? So your money attitude was formed when you were a child. You absorb things from your parents, from your culture, from your environment. And now, as an adult, that unconscious programming is running your financial life, and we don't even realize it. So, here's a question. What is your money attitude right now? So, I'm going to give you three options. So, I want you to be honest with yourself. Do you have a bad attitude towards money? Are you negative? Do you have a scarcity thinking about it? Are you fearful that you won't have enough? Or do you have a good money attitude? You're positive, you optimistic about it, you grateful for what you do have? Or do you have an extraordinary attitude about money? Are you feeling abundant? Are you feeling expansive? Are you knowing how you can make money? And here's the thing, if you want an extraordinary amount of money to support your family and to pay for all the things and to build that security, you need an extraordinary attitude. Not just good, extraordinary. And most of us, we have a really bad attitude and it's killing our financial futures. So let me tell you why this matters so much, specifically for autism parents. When your child gets a diagnosis, we are all told, either directly or indirectly, that your life is going to be expensive. You are handed a laundry list of things that you're going to have to do, specialists that you have to see, doctors that you have to see, interventions that's going to happen, therapies that you have to do. And underneath that all is the message this is going to cost a hell of a lot. And we believed it. So you start operating from this place of scarcity. I don't have enough money for this. I can't afford this. I'll never be able to work full time again. And every time you think that way, you are reinforcing a bad money attitude. You're teaching your brain that money is scarce, that you're the victim of your circumstances, that you're never going to have enough. And guess what? Your brain is going to believe you. And it actually stops you looking for more opportunities. It stops you seeing possibilities and it starts proving you right. Now, I can already hear you guys saying, but Antoinette, you don't understand. Autism is expensive. I am financially strained. This isn't just a mindset, this is very real. And you're right, it is expensive. But your attitude about that expense is what determines whether you're going to stay stuck or whether you're going to figure it out. So let me give you an example. I was coaching a couple of moms a little while back, and both have non-verbal children, and they're both in a similar financial situation. And both the kids needed a lot of stuff, interventions, therapies, medication, all the stuff. And mom number one said to me, I can't afford this. The insurance is not paying for this. I'm stuck. And the second mom said, well, I don't have this money yet, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to see what I can do. Same circumstance, completely different attitude. And guess who found the money? Okay, so what does a bad money attitude cost you? It costs you opportunities. When you believe that you can't afford something, you stop looking for ways to afford it. You don't apply for that high paying job. You don't ask for a raise. You don't start that side business. You settle. Secondly, it costs you energy because worrying about money drains you. Resenting the cost of things drains you. Feeling guilty about not being able to afford something drains you. All that energy is not going into solving a problem. You're just spinning in it. And also costs you your future. If you don't change your money attitude right now, you are going to be in exactly the same financial position in 5 years from now, in 10 years from now. And your kid is going to grow up. Those costs are not going away, and you're still stuck. So, what is the alternative? So, let me share some thoughts about money. And this is what an extraordinary money attitude sounds like. I know how to make money. Money is a wonderful thing. Creating value creates money. There's plenty of money for everyone. Rich people do amazing things with money. The more money I have, the better I can support my child and my family. I am capable of earning far more than I currently am. Now, notice that those thoughts don't require you to already have money. You can think them right now. You can think of them today, regardless of what your bank account looks like. And when you think those thoughts, you feel different. You feel the possibility. You feel the energy. You feel creative. And from that place, you take completely different actions. And I don't say I can't afford therapy. I say, how do I create the money for that therapy? I don't say I'll never be able to work again. I'll say, what kind of work can I do that fits into my life? I don't say money is the problem. I say money is the solution, and I am going to create it. Okay, now a little bit of the hard part, and I need you to think about this because changing your money attitude does come with risks. If you start believing that you can make a lot of money, people are going to judge you. Other parents are going to say, that must be nice, or not all of us can do that. If you start making a lot of money, people are going to resent you. They're going to think you're selfish for not just giving it away because everybody wants a piece of it. If you become financially successful while raising an autistic child, you are going to stand out. You'll be isolated, you'll be different, and that is scary. So most parents, they stay small. They keep their bad money attitude because it's safe. It's socially acceptable to struggle financially while you have an autistic child, and nobody judges you for that. But here's what I want you to ask yourself. Is safety worth staying stuck? Okay, so how do you actually change this? Step one, Notice your current thoughts about money. Write them all down. Like I said last week, vomit them onto the page. The ugly ones, the yucky thoughts, the scary ones, the resentful thoughts. Put it all down on paper. I'll never have enough. Rich people are greedy. It's not fair that autism costs so much. Get them all out of your head and onto paper. Step two, decide who you want to become. Not what you want to have, who you want to be. Do you want to feel like someone who is powerful around money or not? Someone who creates it or not? Do you want to be someone who resents the cost of all the things or someone who figures out how to pay for them? Step three, choose one new thought and practice it relentlessly. Pick one thought that represents an extraordinary money attitude. You can borrow one of mine or one that really resonates with you. I know how to create money. There's always a solution. I'm capable of more than I realize. And every time your brain offers you a scarcity thought, replace it with your new thought over and over and over. Step four, take different actions. If you had an extraordinary money attitude, what would you do differently today? Would you apply for that higher paying job? Would you start that side business that you've been thinking about? Would you negotiate a higher salary? Would you stop apologizing for wanting more money? Do that thing today, not someday, today. Listen, guys, I know this is hard and I know you're exhausted and you are doing all the things, everything you can. And I know the financial strain is real, but staying stuck in a bad money attitude isn't protecting you, it's keeping you small. Your child deserves a parent who isn't constantly stressed about money. You deserve a life where you're not sacrificing everything. And the only way to get there is to change how you think about money. Money doesn't solve everything, but an extraordinary money attitude gives you so many more options. It gives you the ability to say yes to whatever your kid needs. It gives you the freedom to take time off work without stressing about it. It gives you the power to build that life that you actually want, not just the one that you're stuck with. So I'm asking you again, are you willing to develop an extraordinary money attitude? Are you willing to be judged for wanting more? Are you willing to stand out? Because if you are, everything changes. Not overnight, but it changes. And that's worth the risk. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you today. Again, if you'd like to discuss or have any comments, please join the private Facebook group and we will have a fat discussion in there. All right, till next week, enjoy your weekend. Bye.